This is Rap the News. So all year long I've been telling people to watch August 8th and August 9th for an exodus. Not saying, as I always say, an exodus is going to happen. I said watch. Because we are watching the signs, and all the signs are pointing to an exodus. In the prior videos I said watch for war, and that is the Gog and Magog war. Not any war or a particular war. It has to be the Gog and Magog war. And watch for economic collapse. So if anybody can see, you'll see Iran, which is what? Persia. You're going to see the U.S. right here. You're going to see Israel, China, Russia, the U.K., right? All of them with warships and ready to battle. That is a sign and a confirmation. So we'll go to it. Ezekiel 38, right? And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set your face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus says the Lord God, I am against you, Gog, America, and prince of Meshech and Tubal, Russia and Turkey, right? I'm against y'all. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, all of them with them, with shield and helmet. Be prepared, he said. And so they are saying Iran is prepared. We are seeing the economic collapse, meaning that all these countries have to go to war to survive. They vampires, they live off blood, right? But this is the part to look at. Number 8, after many days thou shalt be visited, in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword. So before this war is starting, we are come back from the sword. Precept upon precept, let's prove it. For behold, in those days and in that time, what time? I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. I will also, and this is before the Gog and Magog war, because that's what this is, gather all the nations, and I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I plead for them for my people, and my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land. They have cast lots for my people, given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine. Right? And then he's talking about Tyre and Zidon and Palestine and the coast, everything, right? The Grecians. Back to it. That's what's crack-a-lacking right here. This is confirmation, people. And so I gave you a date, August 8th and August 9th. The new moon of August 8th through August 9th. That's how I start. In the evening, when you spot the new moon, and it may go to the next day, is when the exodus start. I'm not saying, folks, oh, for sure, God came down and told me something, and so I'm going to be a false prophet and tell you something. No, that ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm receiving confirmation, but I'm not receiving information from the Most High God or from the Spirit of the Most High God. Not that I know of. But I am looking at this, and I see the signs, right? I'm seeing the signs of an economic collapse. We have already collapsed. If people don't know, I told you so. We collapsed in 2008. And they've been propping it up, printing trillions of dollars and throwing it into the economy to hold up America with those fake dollar bills for as long as they can. But now the time has ran out. So we know to look for this war, them preparing, look, them preparing for war, right? And then right here, and he said, Raptor News, they've been preparing for war, but this ain't any war. I told you, it's Gog and Magog war, right? So, proclaim this among the Gentiles, prepare for war, right? So they ready. All of them ready to kill each other. But we already been taken out. He's going to bring again the captivity before their war. Right? You already, in the latter years, is brought back from the sword. That means you're no longer being treaded down by the Gentiles. So they're gonna prepare for war, and then they're gonna ascend and come like a storm. That's after you are already in the land. Now is the time to be in the land. I said, if we are not in the land, this year, in August sometime, it's going to be hell to pay. 2022 is going to be the most horrific year ever. Right? Let's keep going. We're not only looking at the signs of war with Gog and Magog and then preparing for this big war, right? And economic collapse, the reason for war, right? The signs that God told us to look for before we brought back from the sword, which means taken out of captivity, brought back to our own fold, and Exodus, right? We also is observing the month of Abib. What is that? That is the new year. So the new year, according to the lunar calendar, is falling on the 8th or the 9th. I believe it's the 9th. The new moon is falling on the 8th. So you spot the new moon, and the year begins after you spot the moon in the evening of the day before. That's all happening here in August. You could celebrate the new year in January. You can copy off the synagogue of Satan and celebrate it 1 month too late. But according to my calculations, they 1 month too late. I'm doing it now. We also going by the barley. It says some people claim that the time of the barley harvest is in Israel should be the deciding factors as to when to start the new year. Right? And then they're going to be talking about the new moon later. Right? So we're looking at the new moon, and this is to decide what the new year is. So we're doing it by the new moon, but we also doing it by the barley harvest. They harvest some barley in March. That's too early. They harvested in May. That's too early. We're looking at August. I am. The moon phase, August 8th, is going to be your new moon. Your barley is ready, right? This time I believe the barley is not the barley, it is you. You're ready for harvesting. Then we got August 8th. Now this is another confirmation and a sign to me. And I don't believe in no astronomy and no what it says, time to manifest. I don't believe in none of this. But I see signs. So we know it's going to be the new moon on the 8th. And then it says Lion Gate portal opening. I did a video, and maybe on one of these my videos, if it didn't get taken down with this last YouTube channel. Inside of that, God told the believers inside my dream, he said, I'm going to give you 3 days to choose which day you're going to die on. You can die the batch, that's taken out of this world and go into another world or place, or you can go the second or the third. And my wife had decided to go on the first. I was like, I'm not going to go on the first, I'm not really in no hurry. And so I went, it was a cave, and I want everybody to pay attention to this, because this is assigned to me personally. It was a cave with a gatekeeper. So it was somebody at the gate standing there, and inside the cave was our pretty much liftoff inside this cave. So you go into the cave about 40 feet, and then to the left it was another opening in the cave. The cave entrance opens and closes, where you can't tell that it is an entrance there, right? And this was an entrance only for believers. And so I went inside the cave, inside the second door, to say goodbye to my wife, right? And they were eating inside there, and I said, "Y'all got food in there?" And they said, "Yeah." And yeah, and I said, "What are you guys eating?" She said, "It looks like some type of burrito stuff. I don't know what this is," but they were eating, and I was like, "Wow." And then I thought about it. I said, "Shouldn't you be first? Should you be waiting? You're gonna go anyway. Why not just get it over with now?" And I said, "You know what, wifey? I'm just gonna go with you. I'm going first. And so the gatekeeper, and this is what I'm getting right here, Lion's Gate. The gatekeeper was saying, anybody who's in, you better get in now, right? And anybody who's out, you're going to be waiting the next time. This is the last call. You got seconds to go in, or you going to be shut out. You need to get in now." And so as I was going to walk inside the second door, I looked back, and the cave was closing up, and a lion came at the gate of the door and devoured the gatekeeper, and the door closed, and I woke up. And now I see on the same date that we're going to spot the new moon, that I'm saying it's the time for the barley. It is time for the harvest. I'm seeing the signs with the war. I'm seeing the sign with the collapse. It's matching the scriptures. Not saying something's going to happen, but it sure is lining up. Right? I'm seeing this Lion's Gate. I didn't tell these people to write this. And then right underneath is the bull market, right? You can't make this shit up, right? So we'll end it with this, because I'm not in the convincing business to convince anybody. And so I'm saying this, neither, and I'm saying this loud and clear, am I saying it's all going down on the 8th, or I would say it just like that. Some people, they get all hyped up, oh, it's the 8th, we'll see then. You said the 8th. I'm not giving you a definite date. I'm saying according to the signs, according to the season, according to everything, the confirmations, it looked like the 8th and the 9th of this month. But I'm also saying in the same breath, only God knows. See, when it was according to Moses, he gave it to him pretty much at the end. And he says, this night Pharaoh is going to let your people go. Right? And so he didn't pretty much know until right then and there. So I could be dead wrong. I was looking for it in August last year. And maybe the year before that, all the way to 2017 probably. I was looking for it. And so this verse says what? But ye brethren are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. So it's going to catch everybody unaware. So if you look at everybody's rapture and Exodus dreams, it all just happens out of nowhere, and people are scrambling, begging God to take them, because they know what's happening. God is coming back for his people, and they begging God to take them, right? You are the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night or darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as others do, right? But let us watch and be sober, not high, smoking chronic when the Most High God get here. I guarantee you're going to be left with your weed smoke. So I'll say this again, and some people don't like that, but that's your problem. We see in sign number 1, Gog and Magog war. Sign number 2, hell of an economic collapse that could drop at any time. The dollar has no value. Number 3, God is saying right before the war, your captivity will be turned and you're going into your own land. Look how bad shit is right now. It is the worst. And to proclaim that this war for these Gentiles, we did all of this stuff, right? The month of Abib is on the new year, right? That we are told to observe. Observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover, right? Unto the Lord, unto thy God, for in the month of Abib the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. Right? So he told us, remember the day when you came forth out of the land of Egypt. He didn't tell us to sit back idly and do nothing about it and say, well, we don't know when it. He told us to observe it. That means we looking for it and to remember that day. And so this is what we doing. We trying to find that day by observing the signs and the season. I didn't say I was accurate. I didn't say, oh, I know every freaking thing. I didn't say definitely for sure it's happening. I'm saying it sure do look like that, but you may look white and be black. Who get that? And we're looking at August. We're looking at this confirmation right here with the Lion's Gate, right? And we're trying not to be caught sleep. Lastly, I'll say it again. I didn't give you no date, and I gave you no time or the hour or the end. I'm not no false prophet or anything else. I am just observing the month of Abib like I was commanded to do by the Most High God. Some of us do our duty, some of us don't. I'm the one that's going to do my duty, right? And that's all I'm saying. If something happened, it happened. If not, it not. But I'm guaranteeing you that 2022 will be a hell of a year if we don't get got this year. This is Rap the News.